So last week I did a 5-day vegan/vegetarian experiment. So this video is just about that and what I kind of found from that, and what I think if you are vegan or vegetarian you will need to focus on in terms of your diet and your nutrition. So I'm out in the woods, I'm under a nice canopy. I've put my green t-shirt on to fully represent those 5 days of being vegan. In terms of physically, how did I feel? I'll be honest, I felt hungry quite a lot of the time. I was eating up to my calories, which was staying in a deficit, but by the 4th or 5th day, after, in a sense, I processed out my regular diet and was just feeling the effects of the kind of vegan style of eating, I did feel hungry. Although the food volume was great, there's loads of food when you're eating your vegetables, your pulses. I was supplementing quite a lot to get my protein level up, which really leads me to the first point, the first kind of issue I kind of found, as even though I purposely brought my target amount of protein down, it was still quite a struggle to hit that lower percentage target. I was getting around about 180 grams a day, and really the only way I could do that was to have 3 vegan protein shakes a day. So I was having a breakfast smoothie and 1 or 2 post-workout shakes as well, and then just adding another one if I needed to, if there wasn't 1 or 2 workout sessions that day. It's a big consideration. The amino acid profile of plant-based sources is not complete, and I didn't fully research it myself, but it seemed it was going to end up being fairly complicated to make sure on across 5 days a week you're getting an adequate amount of the 9 essential amino acids. There's lots of protein sources, but the thing is it's getting the complete sources of protein, which is another reason I used the protein powder. It had a high component of quinoa, which is the only non-meat source of all 9 essential amino acids. There's an ever-expanding range of really good vegan products, it seems, across supermarkets. I use the Aldi range and the Morrison's range, and there's great one pots, there's great snacks, there's great seasoned vegetarian and vegan sausages. You've got your classics like your Linda McCartney ranges and things like that, and there is that variety there, but on a kind of ad hoc I need to eat something basis, you're not going to walk into a newsagent's and find a vegan protein bar, which you pretty much can now. You're not going to go to the gym vending machine and find something that you can eat, and that kind of leads to another downside. You then end up with, maybe you're at work and there is a bit of a snack bar or whatever, and your probably main option's only going to be crisps. So it's really hard without good planning and preparation to be able to make good choices on a regular basis. That being said, that's pretty much true for any sort of nutrition and diet strategy. So what are the kind of key points? Think about your protein, where it's going to come from. Do a little bit of research about the essential amino acids and where you're going to get those from. Yes, there are lots of sources of protein, but they haven't got all 9 essential amino acids. You've got your quinoa, you've got nuts, pulses, even your grains contain an amount of protein, but they're going to come at quite a high calorific cost. In terms of the protein is low, your carbs and your fats are going to be a lot higher, so you need to think about that, particularly if you are looking to change your body composition, lose weight, because the overall principle still is being in a calorie deficit. And obviously the second principle that I always talk about is that protein amount as well. So those are your 2 main points, your 2 main considerations. That being said, I think morally I totally understand and support why people would choose a vegan and vegetarian lifestyle. I think in this day and age we really all need to start thinking about and taking better care of the planet, better care of the resources around us, and if that's the way you choose to do that, then that's really cool. One issue that I found is, see, morally vegans are about the animals and the sentient being of that, but if you go down the road of replacing your meat sources with tofu, which is based on soy, then if you consider the profile that palm oil's had and deforestation, how that affects orangutans and the habitat, then soya is accounting for a much higher percentage of deforestation than palm oil. So it's worth doing the research, worth finding out what's going on, because when we do something in one area, sometimes there's a knock-on effect in another. I'm not saying because of all the vegans out there, they're now chopping down the rainforests to grow soya, but it is a factor, it is happening, it's something to consider as well. So yeah, hats off to you. I will totally be still including some of the foods, great foods, really convenient in terms of things I was able to buy from Aldi and Morrison's. So I will keep using the products and, in a sense, start to bring a bit more balance to some of my previous food choices.